So, what makes humans unique from animals? Now, this is a question that has many different answers, but here are some that you may not have thought about, and some of them you may have thought about. But let me just give you some here. But before I do that, let me just ask for you to like and subscribe to this video and also share it with friends and family. Don't forget to check out some of the things I have down below, including the free gift for you, why I think science points to the creator. All right, number one, there are numerous things I think why humans are totally different from the animal kingdom. Now, to be quite frank, we are animal-like somewhat in nature. For example, we are biological creatures. We have similarity. We have to have that so that we can actually consume and animal material or even other biological material, such as plant material. We interact with different microbes at a everyday 24/7 level. So this is part of who we are. But we are totally unique from the animal kingdom. And many people don't realize this with some of the things that I'm going to be giving you. Like after I tell you, you'd be like, oh, yeah, of course. But without me telling you, you probably have not thought of all of these. No, the first one that comes to mind, which you're probably like, okay, I thought of that one, is rational thought. This is a simple one, and this is the easy one. The ones a little later will be the ones that you probably have not thought about already. For example, mathematics and logic. As humans, we think in these types of terms, and not only in mathematics and logic, but also we write them down. We make arguments. We have calculus and algebra. But not only that, but all through history, we've done trigonometry and geometry and all sorts of other mathematics. Even if you go back, thousands of years, you see these people who have written down ledgers of different things that they have um, uh, in their trade and stuff like that. So we are recording this stuff all the time, adding, subtraction, multiplication, division. All these different types of things are very much normal in the human experience. That's number one. Number two, very similar to mathematics is language. Now, if you think about it, you think, oh, well, animals communicate, right? They have, whether it's verbal or whether it's some other type of way through some sort of chemical, they communicate. But we have language, we have complex language. And not only that, but we have also written language as well. Ancient people had written language. Today we have written language. We have communication at a totally different level of than the animal kingdom. They can communicate, but they don't have a complex language like we do. And our language is quite unique as well, is that we like to tell stories, we like to transmit history, we like to transmit philosophy and ideas back and forth. Um, Even like the Bible, we have a Bible that has a religious component to it, which could be another category, but I'll put it in this category, is that we transmit information in that way. Um, Language and writing is very much a thing of humanity. Three. Now, this one you may not have thought about before. Finances and the markets. There is no other creature on earth that has finances. No one else does trade in that way. We don't have currency, don't have debt. We as humans are unique in that area. No other organism has finances. This is a totally unique human um, invention, or I would say creation, that we have. Now, the next one is kind of surprising. Now, the next one combines a number of them together because they kind of connect with each other. But it is something that I never really thought much about until someone raised it out to me. That was fire. If you think about it, we're the only organisms on planet Earth that use fire, right? Like, there might be some sort of bird or something like that might pick up a burning stick and drops it into a different part of the forest. I've heard of situations like that, but they have not mastered fire. There's no organism that masters fire for warmth, for cooking, for creation, for manufacturing. And remember, I told you that these next ones are going to be all connected. Well, you need fire for cooking. We're the only organism on Earth that cooks, and we do that obviously with fire. But it's not just cooking. We also do the third item in my list here for under fire. So we have fire, then we have cooking. So we're unique in cooking, but we also do something else that's very unique as well. We use fire for technology. Look around you in wherever you're at right now, unless you're outside. If you're inside, whatever you think you look at right now used fire to create it. Think about it. Look at that wall plaque on that has some sort of, let's say, um, painting. Well, the process that went into making that painting or that wall plaque, you could talk about the paint on your wall. You could talk about the drywall. You could talk about the studs on inside the wall. You can talk about your ceiling and your roof. You can talk about your chairs. You can talk about your light bulbs, whatever we're talking about here, your cell phone, your computer. Everything in the home uses fire to create. And that adds to the next one is to create technology and creation. It's not just fire, but we create complex technology and complex tools. Now, sure, there might be some sort of crow or something like that that uses a stick to pull something out of a jar. Okay, fine. But I'm not talking about that type of tool. I'm talking about complex tools. We use these tools. We not only use the tools, but we also create the tools. We're making the tools, complex tools, and often we create them with fire. Even at the primitive sense, let's say if you're making a bow and arrow, oftentimes you're using fire to do that. You're using the natural resources to do that. So tell me down below, I just gave you, I think, about maybe 6 items. I was going to give you 5, but I added one more. Do you have any other ones? I can have a whole list of other ones, probably another 15 items that separate us from the animal kingdom. What are the items that you have down below? Now, remember, as you're watching this, feel free to like and subscribe. Also, like I said before, please check out the free quick guide, Why I Think Science Points to Christianity.